again, Sue here from Sue's Dog Broadmine Kitchen. Today I would like to make a low carb chicken meal today. So this is my take on a low carb chicken meal today. So I have 2 fillets of chicken here with the skin on, because I do like the skin on my chicken. It gives it a nice taste and it's nice. It goes crunchy and it's nice, okay? And I have 4 rashers of smoked back bacon, okay? So basically what we're going to do today is stuff this chicken with a bit of cheese. I do like cheese in chicken. I know that might sound funny to you, but that is what I'm doing. It didn't have that in this recipe. If you don't want to put the cheese in, just don't do it. You don't have to put the cheese in if you don't want. But I'm going to do it. I used to make this for my guests, but now I'm just making it for myself. Anyway, so I have 2 pieces of chicken here. You can make as many portions as you want, but I'm only doing 2. So normally when I cut my chicken, I grab hold of it like this and just slice down the middle, not all the way through, and make a pocket, see? So you sort of make it like that, like a butterfly chicken. So always do the cut where the thickest part of the chicken is, so not the thin side, the thickest side. It's easier to hold it, and then just halfway, don't go mental, and just cut it like that, so that you can actually put stuff inside, okay? So that's that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open it up like that, and then I'm just going to put some cheese in it, okay? So I've got my cheese already grated over here, because I can't keep touching things with the chicken fingers. So I'm just going to grab a bit of cheese and I'm going to put it in there like so, and in this one as well. Obviously, a lot of the cheese will come out and melt, so which we're not going to be wasting, because we're going to be using that in our sauce that we're going to make for our cheese, for our chicken. Okay, so just stock it up with the cheese. So I've made about probably 4 ounces of cheese here, inside there, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to take this over to the sink and wash my hands. So I'll just wash my hands quick. Right, so if you're touching chicken and stuff like that, be aware when you've got everything else in your kitchen not to keep touching stuff. Try and do everything with the raw meat first and then go and wash your hands. But obviously I needed to wash my hands because I haven't opened these. And normally if you've got all your ingredients in front of you in your little dishes, then it wouldn't really matter. But because this is normally in my cupboard, I wouldn't want to cross-contaminate. Okay, so this is sage here. It's called rubbed sage, any sage will do. And I'm just going to sprinkle some on here. So, you know, just a little sprinkling like that of sage. You don't have to use sage. You can use fresh herbs if you want. I haven't got any fresh herbs at the moment. They're not growing in my garden. And some thyme. So just a sprinkling of thyme. Sprinkle that over. You can use whatever herbs or spices that you want in this recipe. There's no set rules. And then you're going to try and fold it now. So just like folding you know, when you have one of those wrap things, just fold it. There you go. And flatten it. You can flatten the cheese, obviously. And then fold it. You can use whatever cheese you want in this. You can use goat's cheese. Goat's cheese is really nice. I've used goat's cheese in the past. But this is just a really nice extra mature cheddar cheese, and I think it really makes it taste good, and especially if you use smoked bacon, because you know, chicken can be quite boring most of the time unless you flavour it up with something. I'm not into plain chicken. So I've got these rashers of bacon, so I'm just going to wrap them round like that, so 1 at each end, and it holds it all together as well. And just try and cover the chicken and tuck it underneath, okay, like that. All right, you'll find it will actually hold together quite well. And then do it again the other side. And then the other bit. And there we have it. So we've tucked the bacon in underneath. This makes a really nice dish, by the way. You can have this with just vegetables, so like a paleo type meal. You could use vegetarian cheese if you don't like normal cheese, or just don't have any cheese in it. You can put whatever you like in it. You can, you know, stuff them out with whatever you like. So I'm just going to wash my hands again. Right. So the next bit is to cook these off a bit. So I've got a pan here that's been warming up, this cast iron pan. I'm just going to tip in a bit of coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you want, but coconut oil is also good for low carb diet. Right, so I've just put a smidgen of coconut oil in there, and I'm just going to put them this way up. Because what happens, see, is that the bacon will seal to the bottom. So put them that way up first. And you want to seal them. And there we have it. So there we have it. That's done. So we'll just put this over by the sink. And then we can get on with the next bit. If you have any questions about anything that I do, or if I'm skipping over things too quickly for you, just let me know and I will explain them to you. But really, it's very simple. Cooking shouldn't be complicated as far as I'm concerned. It should be simple. But if you need any help, then just message me and I will go through it with you again. Okay? But if you need to watch the video again a few times, then that's how I learned everything. How to even upload videos on YouTube is what I did. I Googled it and YouTubed it and learned how to do it myself. Right, so I've got a garlic clove here. I might use two. These are quite big and they're organic. I bought them from the, there's like an organic shop in Mac where I go. And she's just moved and she's got a bigger shop now, but she does a lot of organic vegetables and stuff. I'm just going to get this knife and crush it, like so. Oh, you heard that, didn't you? And then it makes it easier to peel. I was going to just crush the garlic, but I wanted you to see how the different ways you can just do garlic. So this is a whole garlic which I've actually crushed now, so the smell is just wafting out. I think they need to be turned over now. So try and get a slice that's quite wide to pick them up with. And just be careful. Really try and get them from underneath and loosen them off before you pick them up. And then just turn it over. You can turn it over a couple of times and the other side. And usually what I do is push them up against the frying pan or each other to keep them still to stop them moving. And if you've got 4 in a pan, it would probably be easier. You could just wedge them together so they don't actually try and come apart. But this is why you seal the bacon at the bottom first. That one's not sealed very well, but that one has. And it makes like a band round it, and it stops them from moving when you're trying to do the other side of them. So we're just browning these off, and then we're going to put them in a dish with some stock, which I'm doing the stock for you now. So we're just going to cut this garlic down the middle, and then we're just going to chop it into really small pieces. cut it up into really small pieces and then just go back over it again. So you really want tiny pieces of garlic. I think 1 clove will probably be enough actually. This is really strong smelling garlic because it's organic and it's very fresh. So if you've got older garlic, you might have to use a couple of cloves. But this seems just right to me. Anyway, so there we have the garlic crushed up. And that's it. And what we're using is in this jug here, I've already weighed out my stock. I've got some vegetable stock, but if you've got some chicken stock, then you can use that. And I used 150 grams of chicken stock, and I brought it up to 200 mils. Yeah, 150 mils of chicken stock, not 150 grams. Yeah, and then I brought it up to the level with some milk, basically. Or you can use water, just use water if you want. But I've got some milk here, so I just put some milk in there. Doesn't really matter what you use. So, and then I have some cream here. And we're going to put some cream in it as well to make it nice and creamy. But you don't have to put any cream in if you don't want to, and you can just use water on this, okay? You don't have to put any stock in, but it tastes nicer if you do put stock in, and it makes it nice and creamy if you use cream, okay? So we're just waiting for them to brown off, and then we're going to transfer them to this dish. And then in this dish we're going to add the garlic, the stock, and a bit of cream, okay? With the cream, I'll probably add, I keep forgetting that I have to measure things because I'm doing it for people. And I'm not used to measuring anything. I never really measured anything before. I just used to do it all roughly. But I have to measure things if I'm trying to help other people to cook, don't I? So I'm just trying to read what's actually on this plastic measuring cup. Oh, that's cups, fluid ounces, and mils. So let's say 50 mils of cream, okay? So I'll just put that in there. So that's roughly there. So we're going to use, this is double cream. You can use alternatives to cream if you want, but I don't. Right, so how are we doing? Right, we just need to be on the toast for a bit longer. That one's browning nicely. Sorry, I use my fingers a lot because I have like asbestos fingers these days. They make really good tools for picking up hot meat. I don't advise this by any means, but I'm so used to touching things that are really hot. I think my fingers are like iron, but they're not. They're not. But I just seem to be able to tolerate hot stuff. Funny enough. I think it's after years of cooking in the kitchen you become quite tolerant to being burnt in the kitchen and pain and stuff. I know that sounds a bit strange, but it's true. Anyway, well, it smells really lovely in here. I wish you could have smelling vision because it smells really nice with this bacon and just the smell of this cooking here. Once I put the garlic in, it'll just smell amazing. So it does smell really, 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 really nice. So chicken is a really good dish for low carb. This is actually in this low carb book that I have called the Low Carb Gourmet. I've made many, many recipes out of this book in the past, but this is my take on it. You don't have to put the cheese in, but I like cheese. And what you do is with low carb, just don't eat carbs, basically. That's why it's called low carb. So cut out sugar, bread, cakes, potatoes, that kind of thing, and eat more cabbage and broccoli. I will show you how to make cauliflower rice, courgette spaghetti, things like that. I have cooked all those in the past. So if you're interested in any of my other recipes. So I want to make some courgette spaghetti. It's really, really nice. And if you'd like me to make that, then request it below and I will make it for you. Okay? And show you how easy it is to make and how delicious it is. And also cauliflower rice, broccoli rice, that kind of thing, which you eat with this sort of low carb meal. Okay? So anyway, these are browned off now. So we're going to put them in our dish. So I just want to show you one. So there you are. So it's all sealed inside there now. Okay? And then we're just going to put them in this dish. So when you put them in a dish, you don't want much gap around it, okay? You want to try and keep them close together. And you don't want to waste any of this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put I like all this nice stuff. So I'm just going to put this in this frying pan. So just loosen off this all the leftovers from where I just fried the chicken basically, and just scrape the pan, because that's all the goodness. You don't want to leave any of that in the pan, you want to keep it all. And what we're doing while that's there, we'll just put this garlic in there as well. Might as well cook it off a little bit, and there we have it. And we'll also put in the cream. Remember, you don't need to use the cream, but cream is low carb. We're trying to do low carb meals here for you a bit. Not too much, I'm not doing everything low carb, but some of the dishes are. So I'm just trying to do a variety of things that people like. So if there's anything that you would like me to cook that's low carb, gluten-free, anything like that, then just leave a comment below and I will find a recipe for it and make it for you. And then you can follow along with me, and I hope that I'm not rushing too fast and that you can understand what I'm saying. I'm sorry if I stutter a bit, it's because my brain is going before my mouth. So I'm thinking it, but then my words don't always catch up with what I'm thinking. So, and I do say stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I do, I know that. But never mind. It's what makes me me. Anyway, I hope you're getting some useful information out of my videos. Oh, I think I better put the fan on a minute. It's gone a bit smoky. That's it. Yes, because I've been frying. Don't want the fire alarm to go off. That would be good. It takes a lot for the fire alarm to go off, but we definitely don't want that going off. It makes a lot of noise. And that wouldn't be good because I'm cooking something that the fire alarm goes off with it. You can add some wine into this if you want, but I'm not doing that today. I don't need that. And the wine burns off, by the way, so it's non-alcoholic because it always just goes off, the alcohol, but you get left with a nice taste. So you could do that if you want, but I don't need to do that today. So anyway, I'm just going to pour this mixture on now because it's released all the nice bits from the bottom. And oh, we can smell the garlic now. It smells very nice. So there's our nice mixture. So we're just going to pour it on now. And there we have it. There. Oh, it smells really delicious. So that's the chicken with the sauce. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to put this in the oven. And here's one I used earlier. I keep all my foil if it's not dirty. I keep it all from when I've made previous meals, so I don't waste things, okay? And there we have it. So we'll put that in the oven, and that'll probably take about half an hour or so, and then just test it. And you know when chicken's done, don't want it pink. When you lift it out and put it on a plate, if the juices run clear, it's done, okay? So I'm just going to put this oven, and I'll come back with the finished product, okay? So you can see what it looks like, all right? And you can can put it in the middle part of your oven or on the top shelf. My oven's up, what oven? Oh, it's up to 200, so probably about 180 would do. My oven's very hard to control. It tends to go out if I'm not careful, because it's not easily controllable. It's a bit rubbish like that. Anyway, so I'm sure your oven's more controllable than mine. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute with the next part with the finished product. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Hello again. I just thought I would show you while I was waiting for the chicken to cook in the oven what I'm having with it today. So it's very, very simple. For a low carb meal, you can just have some cabbage and some carrots. Just don't have any potatoes or anything like that. And in future video, I will show you how to make cauliflower rice, so you feel like you've got some rice, or it looks like rice actually. It tastes really good. So I don't know if you've actually ever made cauliflower rice, but it is very, very, very simple, and you will be amazed how simple it is. But today I'm just going to cut up the rest of this cabbage that I had from a previous video, or whenever, I don't remember. When I cooked cabbage last was for me and my partner. So I'm just going to cut this up finely, well, not too fine, and then just put it in my steamer. I do like to steam my vegetables as much as possible, so I've got a steamer with two bits. They're not matching. It doesn't matter as long as they fit together, and I have, because I have two different kinds of steamers, but it doesn't matter as long as they slot inside one another. And then I'm just going to grate these 3 carrots really quickly and just cut them up, really. So if there's anything you would like me to cook for you, just leave a message below. And if you're getting any kind of joy out of any of my videos, please let me know, because I would love to help you with cooking. Because a lot of people don't cook because they're frightened of cooking. They think it takes hours to cook. I don't know why. I can knock out a meal in like 10-15 minutes, so there's no excuse not to cook. If you haven't even got time to make sure you eat something nutritious in 10 to 15 minutes, then there's something wrong in your life. Because nutrition should come first, because nutrition is what keeps you healthy. And if you don't put the right fuel in your car, it won't work. Well, your body's exactly the same. If you don't put the right fuel in your body, it will break down and things will start going wrong. So if you eat lots of ready meals and stuff like that, they're really highly processed and they're really not good for you. It's all right having them now and then as a treat, but you need to try and eat proper food. You know, what your mum used to cook, or you know, what people used to eat, your grandma used to cook, what people used to eat. They used to eat proper food. But nowadays everybody's saying, I'm too busy, and then they get ill further down the line, and then they don't put 2 and 2 together. But you should learn that your body is really, you need to concentrate on what you feed it. It's really important. So I'm keeping all my leftovers like I did before in my pot. I keep all my leftovers and then I stew them up and I make all my stocks with them, basically. Cooking is all about recycling as well. And if you've got like a chicken, you just keep all of the chicken, the carcass, and put it in a big pot, boil it up, and then time-consumingly, I used to take off all the bits of meat and make a chicken soup. Or you can make chicken stock with it. You know, don't ever throw like your bones away and stuff. Try and recycle everything. So I've got 3 carrots here. I'm just going to put them into little circles. I like julienne carrots, but I can't bother to do them. This is much quicker. So I'm just cutting the carrots quick. So there we have it. There. So 3 carrots done all at the same time. So put put them in there, and there we have it. So we have our carrots in one, and we have our cabbage in the other. So put the carrots on this first, and put the cabbage. Reason being is the carrots take longer than the cabbage. And there you have it. I keep saying that. I must stop saying that. There you have it. Done. So we just have to put it on, and that will be done. But it takes about, oh, well, I like my carrots sort of crunchy, so I will put it on for about 10 minutes, or yeah, about 10 minutes. I always use boiling water in the bottom of the steamer as well, because it cooks a lot better. And that's the thing with cooking. If you're in a hurry, you can steam vegetables within 10 to 15 minutes. Some are 5 minutes. You know, if you've already used hot water, it's really, really quick, and there's no excuse not to eat vegetables. You don't have to boil everything to death. Only boil things until they, like cabbage, you don't want it all soft unless you really like soft cabbage, but it should have a crunch still, and all the nutrients are still in it then. If you boil everything to death, you basically boil out all the nutrients, and you want all them nutrients, which is why I make my own stock, because you've got loads of nutrients in the outside leaves of things. So here's my stock at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing is rinse off this, and then just boil this up again, and that's what I do. I just keep adding to it over and over and over again until I run out of stock, and then I make a new batch, and that's how I keep doing it. I hope you're finding this of use, and if there's anything you need to know, if there's something you want to know about how to do something in the kitchen, then just ask me, and I'm sure I can either give you the answer or find the answer for you, because I do have a lot of experience in the kitchen. I have been in the kitchen for over 30 years or longer. Yeah, so just ask me if there's anything you want to know about the kitchen. So I'll come back in a little while with the finished product, with the chicken and the veg, and I'll show you a plate of the finished product. Okay? Okay, see you again soon. Hello again from Sue's Dog Rod Knife Kitchen with the chicken. So I just thought I'd give you a little catch up. So at the moment, the chicken has been cooking for about 20 minutes or so, and I think it's very much done. Okay, so I'm just going to take it out, because then I'm going to show you what to do with the sauce, okay? So I've got a spoon here with holes in. So we're just going to put it on this plate. So we're just going to take out the chicken, which is definitely done, I can assure you. So there's one piece, and there's two pieces. Yummy, yummy. Smells absolutely amazing. Yum. And in here we have all the lovely, lovely, lovely stock, the cream and everything. So we're just going to tip that in this saucepan, because we need every bit of it. We don't want to waste nothing. So make sure that you get all the bits that are in the bottom and put them in here. Okay, so it's sort of like a sauce, but it's not thick at the moment. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Oh, no, there. It's very watery. So what we're going to do is just cook this off a bit on the cooker. So you want to sort of reduce it, it's called. So it sort of reduces down. It should work alright. So that will be cut. So with the stock, just reduce it down and keep an eye on it, and just let this sit for a minute, okay, and relax. Let your food relax like you need to. I'm just going to put this by the sink. Just leave it there to cool down before I put it in the sink. So I've done that before with a, what's it called? A posh French-made dish once. It cost a fortune to buy, and then I put it straight into some cold water and it cracked. Yay! yeah, much to the dismay of my partner at the time. When he came home, I said, "Oh, I've broken the what is it that make? Oh, I can't remember. The French make. On my frying pan is that make? But I can't. Oh, I don't. Sorry, I don't remember. Anybody remember what the French make? I can't pronounce it. Anyway, it was that, and I broke it. So anyway, never mind. That was years ago, by the way. Not recently. Long time ago. So anyway, I'm just going to try and reduce this down a bit. So I'm just watching it right now, and it's starting to bubble up because obviously it's really hot anyway because I've just taken the chicken out. And as you can see, what I used to do is when I used to serve this to the public, I used to let them go cold, like cool them down, and then slice them. And when you slice them, it looks really attractive inside. And you can stuff these with sausage meat and stuff like that as well. And it looks really, really pretty. But obviously, I'm not going to do that today because I don't think it's going to cool down in time for me to show you that. So we're just reducing this sauce down until it sort of reduces. If you're in a hurry and you can't be bothered to wait to reduce the sauce down, just add a bit of corn flour into it. Make sure you mix it with some water first, and then just add that to your sauce, and it will thicken really quickly. But I'm just seeing if I can reduce it down today. If it doesn't, then I will go and get some corn flour too. So I'm just checking on my carrots. I think they're done. And my cabbage is done. So they're done. The veg is done. So I'll just remove them from that. Take off this lid so it cools down. Now I've got this really nice water here, so I will keep that and add it to my stock pot. Okay, the water from the vegetables. Okay, so keep all your waters, like I said before. Put them in your stock pot, okay? So this is boiling up nicely. It might take a while to reduce down. It might take a while. I'm going to taste it anyway. I want to see if it's tasty enough. If it's not, I might add some vermouth or something. Oh, wow. That has got so much flavour in it. That is delicious. Wow. That is yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm actually going to get some corn flour though and thicken it because I don't want to be waiting all day for it to reduce down. Yeah, sometimes when you try and reduce things, they do take a while, and I just want to finish this quickly now. So I have my little jug here, and I will grab a teaspoon, and I will put 2 teaspoons heat in this little jug. And then I will just put on enough water to cover it. So you want to mix it well, and you want to get a whisk out, because if you get a whisk it in really, really, really quickly, and it'll thicken very, very quick. So don't add all of this, just add it a little bit at a time until you get it to the right consistency. So I'll take this wood spoon out. It is starting to thicken. It will take a little while, so we'll do this because this is the quick way. So just keep whisking. Oh, and there it is, it's done. How quick was that? And if it's too thick, you can just add some of this stock water that you've got and thin it down again. Like so. Did you see what I meant by it going quick? So it literally takes a few seconds to thicken it. So if you haven't got all day to wait for your sauce, and that is a beautiful sauce. I will pour it in a jug so you can actually see what it looks like. And with this sauce, you could then add mushrooms to it, or anything you like, and make it more of an interesting meal. In fact, I might add some mushrooms to it. No, I would if I was going to have cauliflower rice or rice, but because I'm having these vegetables, I'm just going to have that. So I'm going to get another plate out now. I'm just going to put one of these pieces of chicken on this plate. And I'm going to put some cabbage on there. And I'm going to put some carrots on there. You can use whatever vegetables you like, but today I just fancy having these. I do use a lot of frozen veg as well, like cauliflower, broccoli, stuff like that. So I'm only eating that much. I don't have a very big appetite, by the way. And this one will be for my partner. So that is now done. So I will then tip the sauce into a jug, okay? So that's really nice. Yum yum. I do like the sauce. So there we have it. So remember, in this is cream and the juices from the chicken, with the chicken stock that, well, the vegetable stock that I made at the beginning, and cooked this chicken in it, in the oven, then tipped it in a saucepan and basically made a really thick sauce with it. So I'm just going to pour it over. Oh, yum. And there you have it. So I'll just show you the finished dish, which is my one. So there we have it. So here we have today a low carb chicken stuffed with cheddar cheese with a creamy sauce served with carrots, steamed carrots and cabbage. So I hope you liked my video, and if you did, please give me a like and a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, then give me a thumbs down, and please subscribe to my channel. And if I've given you any useful information whatsoever, just let me know. And if there's anything you would like me to cook in the future, please let me know and I will cook it for you. So this is Sue here from the Dog Wife Kitchen, signing off with her delicious stuffed chicken, cheese stuffed chicken, yeah, with vegetables. Okay, so thank you for watching today, and bye for now.